And we are here and we are thankful for all of you for being here with us, allowing us this opportunity to share with you our views, to help you have a new or more appropriate perception of your experience while embodied on this planet. We will take a moment to tell you how much you are loved and appreciated for all that you are doing to raise awareness and vibration of all those that you encounter in person and through this medium. This is an important time, as you are well aware, is a time to stay your course, maintain your joy. That is not to say that you suppress the emotions that come up as you see things happening around you, but to allow them to rise and release. Rise and release. For you are human, and your emotions are a large part of your experience while you are embodied. We appreciate the challenge that this presents to you. Part of your human experience is mastery with your emotions, not so much mastery over your emotions, as that implies suppression or dominance, but it is a cooperation with your emotions. We ask that you consider your emotions and what their origin is. Consider any thoughts that might create emotions. Understand that you are on a ride. It may feel like a wild ride at this time, but be aware that you have chosen to be here at this time for this wild ride. And we are here with you always, providing guidance and assistance where we are able. We ask that you go with curiosity and joy and look at all experiences as interesting and set any judgment, any negative judgment for the experience aside and just be curious. What does this show me? What does this teach me? And allow. Do you have questions for us today?
Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. We want to take a moment and thank you for your extraordinary efforts. We watch, we appreciate, and we boost where we can.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Would you please introduce yourself and give us some background information on the members of your collective?
There are many of us, and we do not appear as you might expect, as we are not individuated as you are. There are multiple collectives here. Speaking currently, we are Pleiadians. We have taken the wheel, as you might call it, today to speak with you, but there are many others who are with us, and their contributions are included in the one voice that we speak with today.
Thank you. Most organizations have a mission statement or goal. What would you say your mission statement is?
Our purpose at this time is to assist those who are willing to ask for assistance. It is our time to help you, our siblings, children, family. You are our family. We love you, and we wish to assist you at this time, both individually and collectively. Know that this is a process that you are going through. It is one that we have been through before. We understand and feel for your challenges at this time. We would ask for your patience with what you are going through. As we stated earlier, stay your course. You may not see the results of your efforts and your vibration immediately, but all of your efforts, like ripples in a pond, continue to raise the vibration of your collective. Eventually, you will be where we are now. And through your experiences that you are collecting at this time, you will be able to do what we are doing now and assist another population through this ascension process. That is our purpose, to help you ascend collectively and individually through your will to accept our assistance, our guidance, our messages, our knowledge, and our love for you.
Why now?
It is time. You have reached a certain collective vibration that allows for the progress that you are seeing or perhaps not perceiving. But you have passed a marker, if you will, which the raising of your collective vibration makes it easier for us to communicate with you, which is why we have chosen this time to come through. It is because we are able to come through at this time. There are enough of you who have attained a vibration that we are able to match frequency wise to communicate. This is happening all over your planet. We are coming through to many, and many more will perceive us and realize that they can communicate with us.
How long have you been with Lauren specifically?
There are many of us who have been with her for all time, not just her incarnation on this planet. Her soul, if you will, has worked with us, been with us many, many times during planetary ascensions. It is part of her role to come in at times such as these to assist with her energy and her light. It is very strong, as are many of you, and all of you together raise the vibration and further your individual and collective ascension. Does that answer your question?
Yes. When did Lauren become aware of you in this incarnation?
At this time, she has been aware without being able to identify who we were, but we have been with her throughout her childhood and adulthood, although she frequently ignored us. But as far as channeling and realizing that she could actually communicate directly with us, that has only been recently. And it was a bit of a revelation for her to realize that she could do what you are seeing right now. It was an interest of hers without knowing that it would become a very large reality for her. But we are grateful that she said, as you have, yes.
I'm grateful for it too. You reference Lauren's soul. Would you characterize yourselves as a collective soul?
It is difficult to explain while you are embodied, because while you are embodied, you are all separate. Your souls could be considered individual, but they are all part of the one collective that is all, that is the energy that creates all. Once you are in, once you are out of your physical body, you return to that all energy. So your answer is tricky to explain. If you might consider, we are communicating with you from a non-physical plane. So while there are groups of us here, you may consider us sort of individuals within the group, but we are part of that all that is speaking to you now.
Are Pleiadians embodied?
Some are. Some have expanded their consciousness to be able to cross time and space with no effort.
I
Does
think,
that?
yes, I think about that a lot as we are approaching a space age, an age of space exploration. I intuitively feel like we're going at it the wrong way with rocket fuel and believe that space exploration is more about our astral body traveling. Am I on the right track, or are we going to be using rocket ships for exploration?
You will do both. It is difficult for you as you are embodied in a physical body to envision not having that touchstone of physical items. You will get there. These inventions, if you will, are already being considered and planned for on your planet that escape your limited time thinking. This planet has a parameter that is called time. Once you can let go of time, you can let go of distance. Once you let go of distance and time, all is possible. As far as astral travel, you do that all the time. It is just a matter of practice. Once your mind lets go of the current box that you have created for your planet, you can go anywhere. Consider what happens during your dreams when you may find yourself on an unfamiliar terrain, unfamiliar planet. Is it real? Is it your imagination? Or has a part of your consciousness traveled there? Until you let go of your time and physical constraints, it will remain a mystery.
How would you define consciousness?
In a way that you can understand, it is far more than your mind. Your consciousness encompasses all time in all directions and all experiences that your consciousness has had, not just the ones in this life or on this planet. It is much larger than you might imagine, which goes back to your earlier question about, do we have bodies? Our consciousness, we have recognized our consciousness is much larger than that which can be contained within a physical vessel. Does that help?
Yes, thank you. So there are several groups of humans who identify as starseeds. And among those groups, they feel a deep sadness or homesickness while on this planet. Is that because they aren't remembering who they truly are? Or would you speak on that, please?
Certainly. There are those just like you who have volunteered to be here at this time. They may have more of an awareness of having been elsewhere. When you all agreed to come on this planet, part of the programming is to forget why and who you are. That programming is beginning to dissolve, as that is appropriate at this time. For those who feel homesick, it is simply that they have some niggling awareness in the back of their mind that they came from somewhere else. You all did. What's difficult is once you get there and realize it is not as simple to pursue your purpose as it is in theory. The Earth plane is perhaps a lab experiment for those of you who have taken a science class that include classroom instruction, theory, if you will, and then the lab portion where you have to put it into practical use. That is where you discover that things do not always go as you had planned. We would encourage all of you to release any thoughts of desire to be somewhere else. And this is your time. This is your time to shine. This is your choice. The best you can do for yourself is to be in the moment, not anxious about the future or grieving about the past or grieving for a theory of a different place. This is where you are now. What you are talking about is the same thing that many of you feel waiting for Friday to come. Today being Friday, it is here. We are here. Make Monday as joyful as Friday. It is the same idea. Be where you are, find the beauty where you are, find the joy, find the curiosity about whatever is in front of you. Worry not about what is beyond what is in front of you or what is behind you. That is where you will find the most power. And beauty is right now. Think about this. Would you ever have considered that you might be having a conversation with a Pleiadian consciousness?
No, a year ago, definitely not.
So be joyful that we are here with you, sharing with you, sharing our wisdom, our love, our patience, for we understand the steps that feel like they are stumbling steps, but consider that they still go forward. You are all right. You are okay. You are beautiful. If you could see what we see, you would be amazed.
Mhm. So those who identify as starseeds, really, we're all humans on the planet at this time are from the
Yes,
stars.
yes. No matter how long you've been here, how many times you've been here, it is now that you have an awareness, beginning to have awareness of other times, other places. Consider that you may be, a portion of you may be on this planet at this time, and another portion of you may be on another planet in another time. You are much larger and magnificent than you would believe sitting where you are in front of a small screen. Consider this as a metaphor. We are speaking to you from outside of your planet. You are all speaking to each other from different addresses on your planet, different states, even. Would that have been possible 20, 30 years ago, the way it is now? The ease with which you communicate. This reality is helping you take the steps towards connecting consciousness without devices. It is baby steps, but your parents would never have thought it possible.
Thank you. Returning to the stars, our star system on the planet Earth, how does that affect us as humans embodied on this planet?
Your scientist, Carl Sagan, told you that you are stardust, and you are. Your planet affects you, your moon affects you, All the planets affect you. Where your solar system is in your galaxy affects you. Where your galaxy is in relation to all of the other galaxies affects you in large ways, in small ways. Your humidity affects you. All of it does. The question is not, does something affect you, but what is your reaction to it? Do you approach it with curiosity? There is a great deal of astrological information that is readily available to you. What do you do with that information? How does it affect your emotions? Do you plan to have a bad day when a planet is in retrograde? Do you ask what is going on and check to find out, oh, your moon is full. There are solar flares. All of these things are energy that, yes, do affect you. We would encourage you to embrace them and look at all of these changes positively as opportunities to grow. Because, as you know, if you resist it, you create difficulties for yourself. You now have just created something that needs to be overcome to get through your day. Rather, be in the flow or allow it to flow around you. Consider your streams and your rivers. You can be the rock that allows all of it to flow around, or you can be in the flow with it. Use it to your advantage, or just go with it and see what's next.
Thank you. On the returning to that, for someone to identify with their horoscope, if they're born into a certain sign, is that the same as using it only as a guide, or does that predetermine things about their personality?
There are no accidents. You choose when you will be born. You choose the moment you will take that first breath. With that, before you become embodied, you have that knowledge of when the best moment will be to open your personal energy onto the planet. So, yes, there are choices that are made to be within the parameters of particular energies associated with dates and times of birth. Those are choices that are made from conception to birth, when the soul will come in to the body and enliven it. As you become aware of these things while you are embodied, of course, there will be things that you will identify with more strongly than others. Again, these are your choice. But there is some truth to your astrology and numerology. These are guide books, if you will. It is information for guidance. And if it helps you perceive your life and your experiences with more maturity, then yes, by all means, embrace it. But do not get so caught up in the minutia that you forget about your free will to live your life. It is a guide only. You make of your life what you will with what you have to work with. Allow that to happen as well. Those are good for broad pictures.
How would you, is evil an actual thing, or is that a judgment?
It is mostly a judgment. Many times, what people call evil is a person's actions. We would ask you to consider, what is the origin of that action? Is it a response to trauma? Is it a defense mechanism? Is it a survival mechanism? Is it frustration? People often lash out when they do not understand their circumstance. They become defensive or offensive or act from a place of lack rather than abundance. Acting from a place of lack is acting from a place of fear. If you are acting from a place of fear, and we don't mean the acute fear as in get out of the intersection before you get hit by a car, but the making choices for your life based on fearful thoughts. Fear-based thinking causes a great deal of what you might consider evil, what you might consider unjust or unfair. This is part of your experiment. It is part of your experience. It is part of your path to grow beyond the thoughts of fear and lack and separateness. You are experiencing a great deal of this right now, but you are also experiencing a great deal of unity for those who choose unity rather than separateness. And there is great joy in this unity. They walk away from the separateness. That is where you are going. Do not be too quick to label actions, agendas, theories, or people as evil. If you are able, look beyond their actions, agendas, thoughts, theories to the human child who is scared behind all of that. All of you wish to have love and acceptance. Challenge yourself to see how much love and acceptance you can provide, even if it is from a distance. If you see someone struggling in pain and confusion and fear, see if you can send them a bubble of peace, love, and acceptance so that they can make better choices for themselves and those around them. Does that help you understand?
Yes, thank you. Do Pleiadians experience fear?
As you might consider time, there was a time when we were very much like you, although not the same experience, but we had our challenges that we had to come to understand, just as you do. There was a time when we were separate from each other also. But through our experiences that were unique to our expression, we were able to move beyond the separateness, as you will also. You get little glimpses of this. Your recent rallies were joyful. People were happy to see others who were like-minded in number. Hold on to that feeling and go forward, rather than reacting with anger, frustration, and fear. You are experiencing and witnessing the anger, frustration, and fear of those around you. What can you do to release your own anger, frustration, and fear first, so you may embody peace and spread that vibration, just as ripples? Begin with yourself. So, to your question of evil, if you can let go of that idea and just understand it is a manifestation of their frustration and not understanding where to go.
Thank you. So, as a collective, you reaching out to humans now at this time, is it because also that you're concerned for us as a race?
Not concerned as you might mean, but here to encourage. If you have had a child, you know that the child, as they are growing, will stumble. That does not mean you are fearful for the child that stumbles. You know, with encouragement, they will get up and not only walk, but run. The question you have just asked Does that come out of a place of peace or a place of fear?
Curiosity.
All right. We will allow that that's a curious question, but do not hold on to the fear factor portion of that question.
Yes, thank you. As Pleiadians, are you still learning? Do you have libraries?
Always learn. We are continuing to evolve, if that is what you mean. And yes, there are vast stores of knowledge that are available from us and for us, just as there are for you. We all continue to evolve. This is one creation experiencing itself. Therefore, we continue always with curiosity.
Thank you. You may have addressed this. I just want to clarify for another member on this call. Are there hybrid beings, Pleiadian human beings, embodied on this earth at this time?
There have always been hybrid beings on this planet, as what was here sort of as what you might consider raw material when the physical evolution of the beings on this planet were ready to hold more consciousness. We were one of the groups that stepped in to help evolve the physical being. Does that continue? It does. Does that answer your question?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Let us ask you this. Have you been to a museum that had clothing from a time not your own?
Yes,
And did you look at the size of that clothing with curiosity?
absolutely. Yes.
The human continues to evolve.
Yeah.
That is simply one very simple example.
Thank you. There is concern across the planet for species that are leaving our planet, that are becoming extinct. Is this just a course in our evolution and species, just like humans being small to larger as we are now? Or is this something that we need to address as a race?
Your planet has its own evolution, as do the species that are native to it. As the frequency and vibration of your planet changes, the flora and fauna will change as well. This is a natural process. You have evidence of many of these changes. You continue to discover them. If you can avoid through man-made means of causing extinction, that would be beneficial. But do not panic over natural evolution. In other words, as the vibration and frequency changes on the planet itself will change. Your tectonic plates will move, your magnetic poles will move. This will cause changes to all which inhabit the planet. Consider your own evolution and what you can do to be more gentle to the planet and yourselves during these transformations.
Thank you. Many of our indigenous cultures and even our religions across the planet have spoken of a great cataclysm. Many of the stories, returning to the idea of evil, many of these stories have said that this cataclysm was a result of humanity not being in the right state, not obeying the rules of higher beings, no matter what the culture is. It could be a god, it could be a protective spirit over that culture. Archaeologists are uncovering evidence that there does show signs of a great cataclysm, a flood. Can you tell us anything about that?
Yes. As we spoke in the beginning, that this is an experiment. There were times when the experiment was not going as well as had been hoped for. There were times when the humanoids on the planet made choices that were not beneficial to the planet. You have seen this, perhaps not in your lifetime, but in recent memory, when choices were made that could have been very damaging to the planet. The planet is very valuable. It is more valuable than your experiments. So, yes, there have been times when a regional reset was necessary for the benefit of all. You could have looked very different depending on how things had gone. Consider your dinosaurs. What if the most beneficial embodiment would have been that? It is amusing to think, but no, this is the form that works best for your evolution. And it is not far off from many others. So, yes, there have been what you might consider cataclysms, but we also remind you that a snapshot of an event is not the entire picture. Lauren frequently uses the example of getting hit by an SUV. At the moment, that snapshot, it looked terrible. However, the larger picture is that it was the most beneficial experience in her life to date. So do not be too concerned with apocalypse stories. Be more concerned with growth, with love, with evolution, rather than past experiences that did not go as well as had been hoped. It is simply a learning experience. It is well.
Thank you. Do you have any closing remarks for us?
Our time with you feels very short to us. We enjoy answering your questions, any that you have on any topic, large or small. We look forward to speaking with you again. And as always, take our guidance as that guidance. Allow yourself to experience it, consider it, and if it is beneficial and helpful to you, then allow that as well. Mostly, we wish you to consider each other as loving beings, that you are at your center and as you are out here, to use that metaphor. We are grateful to you. We are grateful for you spreading these messages to your larger community. And thank you for this time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. That was good. I'm sorry, Jackie, I didn't get your last question in.
That's okay.
Lauren, would you like to close the sacred space?
I would not, but I will. This is a great space to be in. So go ahead and take a breath. And just consider how grateful we are for these experiences, for this communion with each other, and with these collective consciousness who are here to help, to show us love and give us a glimpse of what is on our horizon. We give gratitude to our ancestors who made it through, otherwise we would not be here. We thank them for their trials, their tribulations, and their triumphs, and for surviving. We're thankful to the Ascended Masters who teach us so much, for our spirit guides and those of the natural realm who assist us every day, and those of the extraterrestrial realm who hold our hands. Take a moment to breathe in this energy. Allow it to light up you, your life, your past, your present, your future. And when you're ready to take all of that forward, go ahead and open your eyes. And we thank you for this healing.